How you doing? How you doing? This is the Chris Williams Show. I'm grateful and blessed to have you here on the pod today. So today, I'm gonna talk to you about the Southern University versus Alabama A&M post game. So I'm gonna do some stats first. FAMU versus Southern. Okay, so here are the stats. Harold Blood was 11 out of 19 completions, 57.9%, 190 yards, one touchdown, 120 QBR. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. So Gary Quarles had 13 attempts, 34 long. Kendrick Rhymes, 9 attempts, 8 long. Corey Russell, 9 attempts, 8 long, 1 touchdown. Corey Russell had 2 touchdowns during this game. Chandler Whitfield had 1 touchdown during this game as well. So we have about 4 touchdowns. So everybody, Gary Quarles, he did pretty good today. He did pretty well. Shout out to August Petrie for the catch. That was an amazing catch, bro. Chandler Whitfield, nice touchdown, man. You're like family to me, bro. That was a good touchdown. And shout out to Corey Russell. He had 2 touchdowns during this game. Shout out to you, man. Listen, the defense was on point. Um, we had we had an opportunity in the fourth quarter with Jalen Campbell, number 56 for Southern, and Jeremy Musa threw an incomplete pass, but um, Jalen Campbell almost caught the ball, and it could have been an interception that would have ended the game. But Harold Blood was making his reads, making his passes. He was doing pretty well. But I don't want to talk about all of that right now. I'm going to talk about Eric Dooley and his coaching staff. So, guys, Um, tell me why it was like 2 minutes left, 2:30 left in the quarter. I left the game with my pops after uh, 2 minutes. Well, before the third quarter ended. So we both left, and then we watched the game on the TV. Tell me why during those 2 minutes we were running the ball, and when we should have been throwing the ball. See that's a problem with coaching this year. There's no adjustments. We're doing the same play over and over again, and it's repeating. I can see, we were repeating the play and it was working, but but up until during the whole time, you know, we were doing the same plays. It was working. We were running the ball, making short passes, making all the reads. But when it was close to crunch time, when it was about 2 minutes left in the game, we started running the ball. And that really, and also it was bad clock management as well. Like the clock kept ticking down and we kept running the ball. We never, there was no adjustments from Dooley or the coaching staff. And it was bad. And it's like, man, I was kind of disappointed, man, because I'm like, we had this whole big drive, man, and it's like we were pushing the ball down the field, but then we started running the ball, and then our momentum just changed, and it was bad. But something needs to change. I don't know. I'm not saying that we need to change coaches because this is his man's second season, but this has to be adjustment. This adjustments needs to be better because there's no reason why we should be running the ball and there's 2 minutes left in the game. If I was the coach, I would be throwing the ball. if I have to make short passes, if I have to make short reads, if I'm doing quarterback sneaks, if I'm doing all that, I'm doing anything I can to win the game. Just running the ball is not a good decision. It's not smart. There's so many other better choices of plays that we could have done. With Willie Totten. Willie Totten could have been calling the plays. Because with Dooley, he only does like this one system play thing, right? Well, he chose to run the ball the whole time. He thought it was going to work. But at the same time, you're looking at FAMU's defense. FAMU's got one of the best defenses, like the number 2 defense in the SWAC. You're not stopping them. And I can remember one time we were running the ball, and they stopped us at the goal line the whole time. There has to be adjustments, man. Like we can't just be doing the same play and thinking it's going to work. We got to make adjustments, man. Like, man, I'm just tired of seeing, man, just like doing it. Like, what can I say? Just when we kept running the ball, the fans started booing, and then all the fans were wondering why we weren't throwing the ball, why we weren't moving down the field. That's because of bad coaching adjustments. I don't think that we need a new coach, man. But some of the fans think that. I don't. But some of the fans think that we need a new coach because of this. As we can go back to the Bashawn McCray years, that was pretty bad. We had a good record, but our defense was basically holding the offense. And I feel like it's kind of the same this season. Like the defense is holding us up. But I just feel like, man, we like in order for us to reach the goals that we want to reach, man, we got to make adjustments. We just have to. Because that mess I saw today was just bad clock management and just it was just all the way bad. All the way bad, man. But I'm hoping and praying, man, that we turn this around, man. Because right now, I think we're third in the SWAC because PV just won. So I think PV is going to take over like second place in the SWAC. Well, in the SWAC West. And I think we're probably third. Well, no, we probably be fourth. So if Alcorn loses and Prairie View loses, we'll probably have an opportunity to go ahead in the West. So hopefully that happens. But yeah, man, like just during the game, man, like basically like the offense, well, the offensive lineman for FAMU, they were protecting Musa the whole game. We only sacked Musa once, but we should have sacked him more times. Like, to be honest, like with Musa, like there's nothing impressive. It's not. And I feel like the defense, we have more than the opportunities to hit Musa, to put him on his back. And we didn't take those opportunities or those advantages. But it was a good game all around Southern. But there's got to be adjustments, man. There's got to be some clock management, man. There's got to be some clock management. I'm sorry. And to be honest, man, I don't want this season to end up like the Stump Mitchell years, because I know y'all remember Stump Mitchell. With Stump Mitchell, that was I don't want to even remember that, because that was poor coaching. I don't know what it was, but it was bad. And I pray that I pray and hope that our season's not like that, man. We can really turn it around and actually, improve. But right now, man, I mean, the SWAC is still alive, man. You know, FAMU FAMU just capitalized on our mistakes, and they took advantage of it. So you know, so what we have to do is make adjustments. Well, and then we just have to do better all around. But Harold Blood, like last game versus UAPB, he was 18 out of 20, 220 passing yards as well. So what Harold Blood proved to me, man, he proved to me that during the last game that he is a starting quarterback, that he is the quarterback of Southern, that he can be the guy, that there doesn't need to be a change up at quarterback. He proved to me in that UAPB game that he can shine, that he can be our quarterback. Many of us didn't think that he was the quarterback, he was the guy, but after those two games where he struggled, but he's proven that he can be the guy. But in order for Harold to succeed and for this team to succeed, this coaching has to get better. It just has to be, because we're 2-3 right now, man, and the schedule is not going to get any easier. We have homecoming. I don't count homecoming. I count Grambling. I count uh, 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 Alcorn State. I count those schools. And with Valley got a sneaky defense. So our schedule gets tougher, guys. But let me bring up the schedule. Thank y'all for being on the live stream tonight. Grateful to have you here. Hey guys, can we get some questions in the comments as well? I greatly appreciate it. Or any of your thoughts about the game. I greatly appreciate that as well. Okay, so Southern University schedule. So so October 14th we have Lincoln, Oaklanders. That's basically a Division 3 school. They're 0-3. So we should blow them out like 80-0. Next game is Bethune-Cookman. Bethune-Cookman, that is I forgot the coach's name, but we have Bethune-Cookman October 21st. We have Texas Southern. Then we have Alcorn. So those two games on November 4th and November 11th, those are two division rivals. So you're going against Prairie View, you're going against Alcorn. Prairie View and Alcorn are 3-3. So they're back into contention. So those are going to be one of our toughest games. We're going to handle Bethune-Cookman. We're going to handle Texas Southern. But those two games that I'm really focused on is Alcorn and Prairie View. And also November 25th, Grambling. But during those three games, guys, we have to win those games to get into the SWAC championship. That's the only way we're going to win those games. We have to. And we have to make some adjustments now. I don't know what we need to do, man. I don't know what the coaches need to change. I don't know what changes you need to do with players. I don't know what changes you need to make. But we need to make them fast. We're 2-3. We're still in contention. And we can still get back into the West and lead the West. But we gotta get these two games, guys. We gotta get these two games. And then Grambling State, guys. Grambling State, that's not even any easier. Grambling State, they got Miles Crawley. Miles Crawley was from Alabama State University. I don't know why they let him go away, but that was a bad job on them. But yeah, Miles Crowley's gonna give us some problems if we don't make adjustments. And Dooley will get exposed. He will get exposed, man, if he doesn't make adjustments. He will. But I hope and pray that Southern can make these adjustments, man. Hope we can. Hey guys, can for the people who are in the uh in the live stream right now, can y'all like put some comments in the in the stream? Because I would really want to hear, your comments about the game and what y'all thought about it, and what do you think that we can do to win the game? Well, to win the next 4 games that we have. Well, no, 5 games that we have. So I would love to hear your comments, guys. I would love to hear your comments. Oh, shout out to Coach Prime. They won 27-24 versus Arizona State University. Kicker Alejandro Mata kicked the game winning field goal. Shout out to him. So shout out to the California. I mean, not California. The Colorado Buffaloes. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. And guys, I have become a new Colorado's Buffalo fan because of prime time and the Suns and Shiloh Shador. He made me a believer. So yeah, guys. So if you're on the stream right now, I would love to hear any comments or about the game or just anything about the SWAC. So guys, next week is homecoming, October 14th. That's 4 p.m. So for yards per game, we have 346 yards per game. Um Opponent's yards per game, 275.8. Opponent's points, 2.3. So guys, again, if we win these last 5 games, if we beat Bethune-Cookman, if we beat Texas Southern, so if we can take care of both of these teams, then we have a better shot of winning the SWAC. So first we gotta take care of Bethune, then Texas Southern, then those 2 games, Alcorn, Prairie View, and then Grambling. Those are our important games for us to get in the SWAC championship. Those are our main important games because we're gonna handle Texas Southern, we're gonna handle Bethune-Cookman, but those offenses and even the defense for Alcorn has a strong defense as well, and our offense is just starting to get you know together. So I don't know what we need to fix for us to win the SWAC, man. But I was listening to Scotty, and I went on his show, and I asked him, uh, "How you think we're going to do in the SWAC?" And it was like, man, you know, well, no, a caller was telling them how you think we're going to do in the SWAC, and he says we might as Scotty didn't say it, but he was saying The caller said, I'm sorry, I'm just getting my words together, but the caller said on Scotty's show, he said that Southern had a good game, but we're not going to the SWAC championship because we're not making adjustments. So, man, so guys, I'm just giving my opinion for this, but hopefully, we can make some changes because I really want to see Southern, host the SWAC championship on their campus, and you know, I think we're gonna be okay, man. We just have to focus on clock management. We just have to focus on we just have to focus on adjustments that we need to make for us to win. And also, guys, Alabama A&M, um, Harold Maynor, Coach Maynor, your job is in jeopardy, sir. You might as well, what Alabama A&M needs to do. You might as well get a coach like Ed Reed, somebody with substance or uh, resources that can help the university and can also give exposure to other athletes in Alabama. And also Alabama State. Uh, Eddie Robinson Jr. Your job is on the hot seat, sir. So, Coach Maynard and Eddie Robinson Jr., your jobs are on the hot seat. Because the reason why Eddie Robinson Jr. is on the hot seat, because he refuses to start the other quarterback over Darius Davis. Darius Davis, Demarius Davis. I'm sorry, Demarius Davis lost to D2 school, and he can throw the ball less than 30 yards. Demarius Davis is an athlete, so you can put him anywhere, wide receiver, running back, but don't put him at quarterback. He's the guy that's destroying your team as a whole, making you look bad. That's why you're on the hot seat. Maynard, the reason why you're on the hot seat is because you're doing the same things that Coach Dooley's doing. You're not making adjustments. That's why you're losing your games. It's not the players, it's the coach or the coaches. But yeah, guys, anyways, I'm just hoping, man, that we can make adjustments before it's too late because, just me and the Southern fans are tired. We're tired of losing. We're tired of Eric Dooley not making adjustments as he should. I'm tired of it, man. Because we could have won that game if we hadn't ran the ball. If we hadn't ran the ball and actually thrown the ball the whole time, we would have had an opportunity to win the game. Or at the same time, well, no, because we will have to go for two for us to win the game. Because FAMU scored on one, but who won the game? So it was so Florida A&M beat us, Southern University, um 26-19. They made a um fourth quarter touchdown. There was about um 2 minutes, 2 minutes and 30 seconds left that they scored, and close to like 2 minutes, Southern was moving the ball down the field, throwing the ball, and then we ended up running the ball the whole time, and then uh, we didn't make adjustments, and then we lost the game. So that's basically what happened. So FAMU won. They beat us. But But I mean, I'll say the positives for Southern. Um, Harold Blood was making all his throws. There was one throw that he overthrown a guy, but all in all, Harold did pretty well, and his defense did excellent. At the end, they just got tired, and you know, um, everybody was tackling, everybody was doing their job, everybody was doing their part. But I only wish that Jalen Campbell, number 56 for Southern linebacker, who had 80 tackles last year. I really wish he would have made that interception because that really would have changed the game for us, to be honest. And I feel like we would have won that game. But shout out to FAMU, shout out to Jeremy Busa. Uh, they did their job. They did what they needed to do. They got to win in a hostile environment like AW Mumford Stadium. But this I'm gonna say this from this FAMU game to last year's FAMU game. This is an improvement, and I'll tell you why. Because last time Southern lost to FAMU in their home 30-16, which was terrible. But this game, you know, everything was clicking. The offense was doing their thing. We were actually putting points on the board, more than 10 points on the board. The quarterback was making reads. We're actually running the ball. That's the biggest improvement from this game, from this FAMU game. And then we almost won. But man, the bad thing, I'm gonna tell you about the bad. The bad thing is we're 2-3. And anything can happen when you're 2-3, you know. Cause I know next week, that's homecoming, so we should blow those teams out and we should blow Texas Southern and Bethune Cookman out. So those 3 games, those are winners. But those other 3 games, those important games, those conference games, Prairie View and Alcorn, those are the most important games. Those are the most, and Grambling with Miles Crowley, those are the most important games. Those are the most important games that Southern needs to win. So we got to make some adjustments. We got to do our thing because Dooley, I'm gonna say this to you, Coach Dooley. I'm sure you're a nice guy, right? You are a nice guy, and I met you. But I'm gonna tell you this, Coach. You need to make adjustments. You need to have time management skills. Right? There's no reason why we should be running the ball and time is running out. We got to really implement everything. We got to run the ball. We got to throw the ball. We got to do anything to try to win the game. But that's my problem. We weren't making adjustments. We weren't holding. We weren't having any time. That was bad. It was really bad to watch. And I'm like, all that momentum that we had is gone. And now FAMU wins the game. I don't think, but I don't think y'all should give up on Dooley though. Don't give up on this man. If he can make the adjustments, if he can actually get an OC that knows the plays and knows what he's doing as a coach, oh yeah, Dooley's gonna stay for a couple more years. He's gonna stay for a couple more years. But Dooley has to make adjustments. You just do. You just do. Now I'm gonna tell you this: the difference between I'm gonna tell you this: the difference between Coach Dooley and the former coach Dawson Odoms. Dawson Odoms made adjustments, right? You see, what was that quarterback? Ladarius Skelton. Darius Skelton was our quarterback 2 seasons ago in 2021 during the Omicron pandemic. During that time, well, no, 2020. Well, Coach Dawson Odoms, no, 2000. I'm going to go to 2019. 2019. That was 4 years ago. During that time, Dawson Odoms was he had he used Darius Skelton's skill sets. He used his strengths. He used his weaknesses. Darius Skelton was basically a running back playing quarterback, but he can throw as well. And coach was able to make the adjustments that actually helped our team win. That actually correlated with our defense as well. But with Dooley has to. It takes some time to figure out the plays. It takes some time to figure out what play to do next. And Coach Dooley says he's an offensive guru. He's not. An offensive guru is a guy who knows how to call offensive plays. Coach Odoms was an offensive guru because he can put points on the board, and he had good offense. So it's like, so that's the difference between Dawson Odoms and Eric Dooley. One's an offensive guru, and one's not. And one says that they're an offensive guru, but they had great quarterbacks. That's the difference. Dawson could not beat FAMU. Yeah, you right. You right, OG. You right. You right. You right. We couldn't beat Alcorn either. But at the same time, that's the difference between both of those guys. You know, Dooley cannot make adjustments, and it's really hurting his offense. It's really hurting the fan base of Southern University. See, the fan base with Southern University, we're used to winning. We're used to contending for the SWAC championship, but it's not happening. It's not happening at all. It's not happening. And this might not this to be honest, this might be a rebuilding year for us. To be honest, because I mean we're 2-3 in the SWAC, and anything can happen. And to be honest, we can lose versus Bethune Cookman and Texas Southern. Because with Southern, like we start with a lot of points at first, but then in the third quarter we start losing, and then that team comes back and win. So it's like I don't know, man. I'm just confused on what the problem is within Southern's offense. What the problem is? Well, I'm not gonna say with the offense. With I'm gonna say the coaching staff. I'm gonna say the coaching staff. Like I don't know if some people need to be fired from the coaching staff or Willie Tyler needs to become the OC. Don't know what needs to happen. Hopefully, we can get some things right before the season ends. Because again, what I said before, we got Alcorn next. We got PV next. They're both 3-3. I think PV second in the SWAC, and FAMU. I think FAMU's in our conference as well. So I don't see it happening that FAMU's gonna lose all their games. I don't see it. I see them winning and going to the SWAC championship. And I see Southern in the backseat. So yeah. But yeah, guys, like, comment, subscribe on the pod today. This is the Chris Williams Show. Uh, I'm a Southern University student as well, podcaster. I'm grateful for everybody who's been on the podcast, and grateful for the comments as well. Y'all stay blessed, and you have a good one. Peace. God bless.